All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And the question, is it Wednesday? This beautiful Thursday afternoon. And the question on everybody's mind right now is, are we going to dump? Or are we going to pump and put in a new higher high? Let me know in the poll, guys. So, blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray everybody is very blessed as we get into this technical analysis. We're going to be looking at a lot of stuff, guys. Stay tuned. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell. We're going to be bringing the juice today. All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday. Blessings to everybody. And of course, guys, we are in a schlong position right now, short and long. I'm actually in a few shorts and I'm actually in a few longs. And we're going to be going over this price action, guys. We are going to be getting into it. Very, very juicy price action here. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? Is the high in? That is the question that we are going to be asking in today's stream. Shout out to Dolores at the diner. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless you all. Shout out to Penrod0408. Says lower high before dump. Well, let's see if that actually does happen. Just took the Asia high, said Joe. Let's dump. Yep, we just took out that high. Let's actually now take a look at our chart right now and kind of look at what I am kind of contemplating here, right? Now, first of all, before we contemplate anything, right? Before we contemplate anything, we are right now coming up to a very, very key area of resistance. Okay, this is actually the last major zone of resistance that we have until we go to that $30,000 level, in my opinion. Why is this the last major zone of resistance that we have? Well, it's because when we look at all of this price action here, when we come back to the August high, right? Let's take a look at this, right? As we come up to this box right here, we can see that this is literally the last high that we have before we get sucked up to our bullish target at $30,000. Why will we get sucked up to the target right there? It's because when we look at all the volume that we traded, we can see a huge gap in volume right here. There is literally no volume that traded right here. And what that means is smooth move up, smooth move down, right? It's like that time you went to Taco Bell at 3 o'clock in the morning and ate as many soft tacos as you could. Do you remember how smooth they were coming down? Of course, it was so smooth, it was so easy, it was effortless. But do you remember the next day when they came out? It was also effortless. Did you have to try it all? No. Came right out. And people always ask me, Jason, what's the price going to do? It's going to go up or down. It depends. We can't know for sure. By the way, shout out to Da Vinci, my man. Being the model for the depends. We can't know for certain, guys. But what we can do is we can make a plan. So we know that we're coming up to key resistance. Now, why? Why is your boy, Jason Casper, in a short right now? Am I losing my mind? Shorting in the middle of a massive pump? Well, the reason why, guys, I'm short is because we are coming up to, as can be seen right here on the chart, Zone 2. Zone 2. What is Zone 2? Zone 2 is the area that we were looking for a short. Over in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we have been looking for a short from Zone 2 for quite some time. And the setup has been given in advance to take a short from that Zone 2. And when we came up to that Zone 2, we were looking for bearish divergences, right? Let's take a look at what happened when we came up to that zone. Maybe we can determine, is the high actually in? Now, first of all, when we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, it is undeniable that we absolutely have what's known as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish market cipher B pattern on the 4-hour time frame. What is the bearish upside down market cipher B pattern? It's basically when we have the momentum and the money flow getting lower as the price is also getting higher, right? That is a bearish divergence, and we have been forming this, guys. We've been forming this since Saturday, January 21st. So it's been a long time coming. And I honestly don't know if we are going to get a real rejection from here. When we came up to this zone last night, let's take a look at what we saw. We saw bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame. Very bearish looking. We saw on the 1-hour time frame bearish divergences as well, locally. As we came up to that high, we saw bearish divergences very locally right here from the last high to the current high. We also, on the 1-hour time frame, saw the money flow getting lower as the price was getting higher right into short 2 zone. And also, if we zoom out even more, we can see that coming all the way back from this area, we were getting bearish divergences, money flow getting lower. Okay, that's why I actually took the short from here. Now, when we take a look at an order flow chart, right, let's actually take a look here at this 15-minute order flow chart to see what was happening when we came up into that zone yesterday. When we came up into this zone, we can see a drastic decrease right here of open interest, right? As we are pumping, what's happening? Are there new traders entering into the market to push the price up higher? No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, what is happening is shorts are just getting wrecked. And we don't even have any new longs opening. Very, very few longs opening up here. Just shorts getting wrecked. And we can actually see all the liquidations. If we turn on the liquidations over here in Exo charts, we can see these bubbles right here. These blue bubbles. These are actually traders getting absolutely liquidated. So when we're getting a massive move up into a zone of resistance with bearish divergences on market Cipher B, when there's no new money coming into the market to actually push the price up, we know for certain that at the very least, we're going to get a little pullback and consolidate. And then to add a little bit of insult to injury here, if we take a look at what happened after the fact, right? Actually, I'm going to head over to coinlines.net so that we can see this a little bit better here. After we put in our high, right? Check this out. We'll go down to a 5-minute time frame. After we put in that high, what did we do? We continued to basically print bearish CVD this whole way. We saw a whole bunch of people FOMOing long, right here. Increase of CVD. This means traders are entering into long trades, open interest, big increase. What's happening? Price failing to make a higher high, even though it looks like, according to the order book, that there are more longs and shorts. That means there are whales up here absorbing the retail traders, looking to push the price to the downside. Now, have they been successful with pushing the price to the downside? It's a little bit hard to say right now. It's a little bit hard to say. And as somebody mentioned, we have taken out the high from, I guess, the London session. I guess we've taken out the high from the London session. When was that London session? It was back here. Yeah, it was right here. So we took out the London high just now, right, on the chart. We have come above that London session high. And guys, we're actually breaking out of it right now. To be honest with you, we're breaking out of it right now. And let's actually take a look here at what is happening locally, because I actually don't know if we're going to dump or are we going to pump right now. It is kind of hard to say, guys. It is kind of hard to say right now what is going to happen. So basically, you know, we are still basically trading within this sideways range. From the long setup that we were looking at yesterday, Boyan was looking at this level yesterday in the VIP live stream to take a long trade. He had a naked time point of control there. There was a golden pocket there. We bounced right from the golden pocket up to the short zone number 2. And by the way, guys, if you want to join the VIP Casper Crew Discord where we post the trade setups and the levels every single day, we're going to start doing multiple live streams a day. Starting next week, we're going to be doing 3 live streams a day going over the price action in real time for all 3 market session opens. So New York, London, and Asia, depending on your time zone, in addition to the regular live streams we already do. You can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. Also, guys, if you want to trade on ByBit and get 0% limit fees, you can do that by clicking the link in the description. Also, we still do have a 20% discount on all courses, both courses, the advanced course and the regular course. If you finally want to learn how to trade systematically and not just chase price, check it out, 20% discount. Okay, so guys, we're coming back up into short zone number 2 right now. And yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see if our short trades get stopped out. Now, the way I like to trade is I like to enter a position and I like to TP. We're actually getting a pretty big pump right now, guys. We are getting a pretty dang big pump right now. Wow. Are we going to put in a new higher high right now, or are we going to put in a lower high? That is the question. Now, again, if we take out this high right here, we're coming above the golden pocket right now. Let's see, are we coming up to the 786? We are right now at the 786 Fibonacci level. This really is like a make it or break it for that 786 Fibonacci, guys. Let's see what price does at this 786 Fib level. Are we going to break out of this? Very, very interesting. How's our 12-minute time frame looking? We don't have any bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. 12-minute time frame is actually looking more bullish right now than bearish. Wow. Can you guys believe this right now? We are absolutely going straight to Pump City. Are we going to hit my next TP right now at $25,000? That would be crazy, guys. If we hit this next TP at $25,000. All right, we're getting trade alerts. What is happening? The Bitcoin price. Wow, a sushi short alert. That is crazy. Bitcoin right now breaking out, coming up to some very interesting levels of resistance. This is crazy, guys. Man, this is wild. The Bitcoin price is absolutely pumping right now. So yes, we've taken out the London high. We're above all the major fib levels right now. And we're coming up to a potential CDW. I think if we make a higher high, I think if we break out of here, we're actually really going to break out, guys. Like, I think we're actually going to break out. Let's see. Let's really see what's going to happen here, guys. I really do think if we get another move up, that we're actually going to break out from here. Let's see. I think if we do this, we could hit that $25,000 level. Are we going to do it, guys? Let me know in the chat. What do you think right now is about to happen with this? Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. May God bless all of you. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Shout out to Lepton Flow. He says, great to see you, bro. What's the track? Can you post the link? Yes. It's, let me see if I can grab that link for the music, guys. By the way, shout out to Dolores from the diner. Yeah, let's see if we can post the link. Somebody says it looks like an organic non-GMO breakout. Yeah, let's see if we can post the link in the chat for this music, guys, because this is some good tunes, is it not? This is some good tunes. This is the, I will post the link in the chat to all the music that I use during the streams. Guys, we got 800 people in here. We have about 200 likes. Let's get some likes up in here, guys. As we get this move to the upside, we are looking to hit our TP at 25,000. Of course, I have a feeling right now that my exchange is a little bit frozen because of the fact that right now we're actually getting a pretty significant move to the downside. Yeah, we're getting a move to the downside right now, and my exchange is not showing it. So, okay. Very, very interesting stuff. A real bummer, guys, right now. There are some issues going on with these exchanges here. All right, well, we're going to have to go to plan B, guys, which is just watch it right live on TradingView. All right, so what is happening right now live in the order book? Let's check it out. Let's see what's happening here. Guys, I apologize for this very, very slow computer. I don't know what the heck is going on. But, oh my goodness. It's a disaster. It's a real disaster, guys. Nothing's working right now. Nothing is working right now. Jeez. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. We have a family emergency right now. Give me one second. We have a family emergency. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Wow. There's still 800 people in here after all that? Jeez. Well, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, y'all. I'm so sorry about that. My little girl is sick. She's not feeling good. And she just threw up everywhere. My wife needs some help, guys. So, we are back in action. We are back in action. Let's see what's happening right here as the pump song is playing. Is Bitcoin going to pump? Oh my goodness, Bitcoin is going to dump. We are getting another dump right here. Let's see what's happening right now. Are any of our websites going to load for us? Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is happening right here? It looks like we have a pretty big increase of open interest coming in right now. We have a lot of trades actually entering into the market right here, right now. Let's see if we can get ExoCharts to load live on this crazy ghetto stream. Got people throwing up, websites not loading, Bitcoin taking a dump. Sheesh, man. Sheesh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Maybe we're not going to hit our target of $25,000. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for the prayers and the good wishes. She'll be all right, guys. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. Thank you so much, guys, for the prayer. Shout out to David Brumble. All right, we're getting another move back to the upside right now, guys. We're starting to pump up again here. As we can see from our 5-minute chart, Bitcoin is starting to get a move back to the upside. Let's see what is going to happen right now. We have a lot of longs coming in right here, guys. So here's what we need to be looking for right now. Because of all these longs coming in, we need to be looking to see, are we getting any absorption? Honestly, guys, it looks like we might be getting some bearish CVD forming on the chart right now. It really looks like we might be getting some bearish CVD forming on this chart right now because we have a lot of longs coming in right now. Price really needs to make a higher high and come up above this previous high. Otherwise, we could go straight to Dump City. We could go straight to Dump City. Wow. So, guys, right now we do have about 3 million longs coming in. We have longs longing basically this whole drop. People are like ready to long the breakout right now. We have 3.3 million longs coming in on this 5-minute candle right here. And price is not getting higher. So we're really going to have to see what is going to happen here. This could be a big dump. Look at this, right? The price is unable to make a higher high. The CVD is getting higher here. And the open interest has skyrocketed right here. We have a whole bunch of trades opening up. In these past few candles, this pump up, we've had many shorts get absolutely destroyed out of their positions. We've had a lot of longs open up. And let's see, guys. It is the moment of truth right now for Bitcoin. Are we going to lose this key zone? Again, this is the top of the range right here. We have been trading this sideways range since, I would say, all the way back here in January 21st, that Saturday right there. And so let's see what is going to happen here, guys. Let's see what is going to happen. I'm fully prepared for a move to the upside or a move to the downside right now. Shout out to Royal Fresh. He says, huge dumperoni coming, all that moldy Bitcoin. Shout out to Lane Hughes in the chat, guys. He says a huge 12-minute bull div on USDT dominance. Interesting. Huge bull div on USDT dominance. That's actually not so great for Bitcoin, is it? All right, let's see if we dump down, guys. We have more longs coming in still. Oh, wow, here we go. Okay, we've got it now. Look at this, guys. Increase of open interest right here. We've got 1.1 million longs, 2 million longs coming in right here. Another 100,000 longs coming in. We can clearly see the CVD getting higher. If price is unable, guys, to make a higher high, we are going straight to Dump City. Straight to Dump City. Look at all these longs coming in right here. Wow. Wow. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump, guys? Let's see what happens. The DXY is pumping. Absorb, absorb, absorb these longs. When would I say we're dumping? I don't know. It's hard to say for certain. But I would say this. If we keep absorbing all these, somebody right now, somebody is holding price. There's some big player right now building up a big short, and he's trying to hold the price right here. If he is successful, if this whale is successful, we are going to dump. So what's happening right now is, this is our whale right here. There's a whole bunch of people longing like crazy Bitcoin, and there's some other bigger player right here who's absorbing all those longs, trying to build a big short. So if this guy is able to actually, you know, if his order is big enough to hold all these limit longs and then some, we are going to get a big dump. There is a chance that he's just not big enough to do it, right? There is a chance he's not big enough to do it. So we really need to watch and see. I want to take a look at market cipher because for me that gives me a lot of clarity in what is happening. You know, if I just take a look here at the 1 hour market cipher B, potentially we're printing a bearish trigger wave. Let's take a look at our 12-minute. If we look at our 12-minute, guys, we could be printing a bearish trigger wave here. Okay, we really could be putting in a lower high right here. I would like actually to maybe even take out this high right here. And the reason why is because, you know, I don't actually like this high. It's a poor high. I just don't like it. I actually personally think we can come higher here. When we put in this high, if we look at a TPO chart, there's no selling tail, which means there wasn't really aggressive shorting up here. There was not really aggressive shorting up here. I mean, we already saw kind of what happened at that high, right? We can take a look if we go back in time and look. There was no aggressive shorting. There was no aggressive longing, right? What happened at that high? No aggressive shorting, no aggressive longing, just pretty much shorts getting wrecked and longs doing nothing, right? Shorts getting wrecked and longs doing nothing. Then we did see people trying to long it, but they got absorbed. So because of that, I don't necessarily like the high. And if we take a look at a TPO chart here as well, there's no selling tail up here. There's no selling tail. So we are pumping up higher right now. Okay, we need to be prepared for a few things right in this moment, guys. We need to be prepared to, number one, potentially take out this high and get a fake out. Because right now, although we don't really have, we don't have a bearish divergence right now on the chart, but if we pump up higher really fast right now, like if we get a really fast pump up like this, boom, we will absolutely have a bearish divergence on the 1 hour. We will have a bearish divergence on the 24-minute. We will have bearish divergence on the 12-minute. Let's check out our 6-minute time frame. We would even have bearish divergence on the 6-minute time frame if we get one last pump up to take that high. So let's kind of wait this out and see what is going to happen here. Because it could make for a short opportunity, especially if we see, as we were pumping up to that high, if we start to see, with these bearish divergences, a big decrease of, let's say, open interest, that also can tell us that it's a good fake out. But here's the thing. We really want to be careful here. We want to make sure that it's an actual fake out, because right now, we literally have millions of longs entering into trades here. Right? We've got millions of longs entering into trades. And if we keep getting people actually stepping into the market, buying Bitcoin here, it's not going to be a fake out, right? It's not going to be a fake out. It will be an actual breakout. So we have to be very careful right now. Is my exchange still frozen here? It's impossible to even tell right now because we're on such a high time frame. No, it's not frozen. Okay. Are we going to pump, guys, or are we going to dump? Let's see. Let's see. $24,279. That is a level we should be aware of to at least T some P. All right, let's see what's going to happen here, guys. Oh, man. We're getting another little pump. Let's see what's happening. More longs coming in. Oh, my goodness. 5.7 million longs coming in right now, guys. 5.7 million longs. Are we going to take out that high? 5.7 million longs coming in right now. Sheesh. This is crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. And as you can see, guys, I am in a short trade that is about to literally get stopped out right now. I'm in a long and a short right now. Multiple longs, multiple shorts. I'm about to get stopped out of this short trade. The long trade will still be open, guys. I've already locked in a really nice profit for this short trade. So even if the stop loss gets hit, it's a guaranteed winner for me right now. I'm also in a long trade from the bottom of the range. As you can see, I'm short from the bottom. I'm long from the bottom, short from the top. This is how you got to trade. It's called being schlong. It's called being in a schlong trade. Short and long, lock in a profit in the middle, guys. Let's see how is this going to play out for us. More longs coming in right now. Let's see if we can't get a little better view on this. There we go. Let's see. Okay, right now, 5.3 million longs coming in on the 15-minute chart. Getting a move to the upside. Getting another move to the upside. All right, guys, we might very well break the high. Let's see how this plays. This trading view chart is screwed up right here. All my charts are screwed up, guys. Everything is screwed up. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's something wrong, I think, with TradingView again for the ByBit USD pair. Looks like we have a gap. We have a gap in these candles here, guys. Is anybody else having issues with TradingView right now out in the chat? Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Make sure to FOMO into the like button. We got about 1,000 people in here, only 400 likes, guys. Make sure to like the stream. By the way, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the stream. Because of yesterday's like count, we are doing a giveaway. Giving away 500 USDT. If we can get 3,000 likes during this stream, we will be doing another 500 USDT giveaway. Okay, everyone has it. Shout out to Muhammad Bilal. He says 24090. What is 24090? Shout out to Tom Crown in the chat. Everybody go make sure to like all of Tom Crown's videos. Subscribe to my YouTube, guys, if you want that juicy technical analysis. Tom Crown, man, what do you think? Are we going to take out this high, bro? Are we going to take out this high? We're above the 786 Fibonacci level. We're above the 618 Fibonacci. Still not much action happening, though. I do have to say, we don't have too many new longs coming in. In these few candles here, we had 3.5 million longs, 2 million longs come in, but now only 70,000. Volume is dropping off right here. We had a 5 million candle, volume 3 million, volume, now 2.9 million volume. Not necessarily what we want to be seeing We need some longs to come in if we are going to break out, if we are going to hit our targets. Are we going to hit our targets? Let's see. Let's see if we are going to hit our targets, guys. Now, I have a TP right here set for $25,000. I know this is a stretch. I know it's a stretch. I'm just looking to take out this high right here. We are flirting with the price. Are we going to get a rejection? That is the question. Now, keep in mind, guys, we do need to build some context here. There's a very good chance that we could get an actual rejection right now. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to take this off log scale right now. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, as the price is getting higher, we are unabashedly printing the most gnarly bearish divergence you could possibly imagine right here. The upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boot pattern. We got the pepperoni nipples getting lower. We got the momentum waves getting lower. We got the money flow getting lower as the price is getting higher. This is a very bearish pattern as we come up to the gateway, the doorway to Pump City. We're either going to get a big rejection here or we are going to break out. And if we break out, guys, it is my opinion that we are going to see that $30,000 Bitcoin. All right, let's check it out. We're at key resistance. We're either going to get a retracement here or we are going to break out. Now, either way, whether or not we get a retracement here or not, my final target is still $30,000. I am holding my longs till 30K, guys. Even if I have to hold them all the way down to 3K. All right? I will keep adding margin to avoid liquidation. Just kidding. I won't do that. But no, I do think, guys, I do think that this is bullish market structure. I do think we can get that move up to 30,000. I do. And this is the gateway to Pump City, right? This is the gateway to Pump City. If we can get through this gate, we're going straight to Pump City, okay? You know, ever since we came down to this low and we gave the setup in the Casper Crew VIP Discord to take the long from 16,300 because we were printing the juicy uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4-hour time frame showing a major bottom was in from the low of the range. I have been very, very bullish. People were giving me so much hate for calling for 20K. Go back on my channel, watch the videos where I was calling for 20K. People were like, Jason, you're such an idiot. Well, we're at 20K. Let's see if we can get to 30K because people have been calling me an idiot for that too. But at least now I'm being honest. I'm always honest, right? When we were down here, I was very, very bullish. When we're up here, I've been saying all week, I'm actually kind of bearish. I'm taking short trades. I'm looking for short trades. We're at resistance. We have the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried pattern. We have the upside down, uneven butt cheek pattern. You know, when the price is coming up to key resistance and we see these upside down uneven butt cheeks, it makes us get a correction. Okay, 24,100. By the way, guys, we do have some Casper Crew merch coming soon. In fact, this woman is on a shirt now. Her butt cheeks are even on a shirt, by the way. Wow. Is that awesome or what? Is that awesome or what? All right, let's zoom in here. You know what's strange, guys? ByBit kind of glitched out here. We actually got a gap in the candles. We also need to be taking a look at the dollar. This is very, very important right now, what is happening with the DXY. Because when we take a look at the dollar here, we can see something very, very interesting. The dollar on the weekly time frame has just taken out a major low. All right, look at this chart here. We have taken out a major low going all the way back to May 2022. And what's happening is we have taken the low, and now we're actually reclaiming that level. Why is this so important? Because if the dollar is going to bounce here, I believe that will give us the retracement that we're kind of expecting on Bitcoin. Look at what happened the last time the dollar took a major low. We came down, and we did actually get a bounce from there. In fact, the dollar got a little bit of a retracement after taking the low of about 2%. So if we're expecting a pullback on Bitcoin before higher, and if we're expecting a bounce on the dollar before lower, everything is kind of lining up, right? Everything's lining up. Bitcoin, upside down Sam Bankman-Fried. The dollar actually printing the uneven butt cheek pattern on some of these lower time frames. If we take a look at the dollar on like the 4-hour time frame, for example, what do we see here, right? Do you guys see that? What do we see on the dollar? We see the money flow on Market Cipher B getting higher. We see the momentum waves on the dollar getting higher as the dollar is losing and now reclaiming this key level, 101.297. This is a level we have been having our eyes on for a long time. Yesterday during my live stream, when Powell spoke and nothing happened, didn't happen until after, we were watching this level saying, look, if we reclaim this level, we need to be prepared for a pullback on Bitcoin. Also, we need to be looking at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 right now is at a very key zone of resistance. First of all, we have taken the highs from September, from December, and we are coming up to the next major area of resistance, which is going to be the volume area high of this very large range that we have been trading since January 2022. Now, something that's very bullish, and I'm actually bullish on the S&P 500. I am bullish on the stock market. The reason is because look at what we are doing right now. We are forming a very, very nice rounded bottom after bouncing perfectly from the 0.5 Fibonacci level. Let's clean up this chart a little bit, okay? After bouncing perfectly from the 0.5 Fibonacci level down here in October, we are forming this rounded bottom. We are breaking out of this yellow trend line, which is a year-long resistance, guys. A year-long resistance, breaking out. And so even if we're going to reject from here a little bit, like even if we get our pullback from here, we're still changing market structure, right? We are still forming this bullish market structure from the low, a high, a higher low. We've officially now just put in a higher high. This is the daily time frame. So we are coming up to key support on the dollar. We're coming up to key resistance on the S&P 500, key resistance on Bitcoin. These are the places where we need to be at least prepared for a pullback. These are the places where if we're on the sidelines, we need to be cautious before maybe buying on spot. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, right? But we do need to be cautious because, you know, what did your grandfather tell you when you told him you were going to get into trading? He said, oh, trading, huh, son? Well, let me learn you a thing or two about investing, son. He cracked his knuckles. Gave you that old southern chuckle. Well, son, investing's so dang easy. All you got to do is buy low and sell high. Now, look, if you are newer to these cryptocurrency markets, if you were putting it off, and now that we're starting to pump, you're starting to get your interest peaked, let me just say, buying low and selling high will save you a lot, right? It will save you a lot. So for me personally, and I can only speak for myself, I would never be buying Bitcoin here. I would never be looking to necessarily enter a long trade right here. Even locally, we want to buy low and sell high. So this morning, the long trade, this was our opportunity to enter long, right? Because we had this very clear low, and we came back down to the low. That's the opportunity to long, just even locally. Now, the opportunity to short is potentially going to be up here unless we have a massive breakout. And in order to know whether or not it's going to happen, we have to be looking at our indicators to determine, hey, what is going to happen here? Honestly, guys, the way price is kind of performing right now, we very well may come up here and just do something like this with some bearish divergences here. We already got them on the higher time frames. Now if we start to get them on the lower time frames, that could also be bearish. Just be warned, guys, that usually, if we're going to come up to a level of resistance like this and not touch the level, it actually is more common than not that the next time we come to it, we actually break through it. This happens with the VWAP all the time. This happened to me. I actually got wrecked On January 20th, 2023, I got wrecked shorting Bitcoin from $21,800. Took a juicy loss on that one, guys, because what happened was very similar. We came up to the level, got a just kidding rejection. We came up to it. I took a short right from the level, and we pumped right through it. I didn't even have time to take profits. I got absolutely destroyed on that. So just be wary right now as we're coming up to these highs. Let's see what's happening in the order book. So we've died off, guys. Volume has died off. We had a 22 million volume candle right here. Now we're back down under a million per candle. The last candle was only 800,000 volume. Things are kind of tapering off here. And if anything, I would say that potentially things are starting to look a little bit bearish locally. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because we are still, if we look at this, unable to make higher highs. And we're still seeing longs coming in, although many much fewer of them. Many much fewer. That's good English for you. We have many much fewer longs coming in here, but nonetheless, they are coming in and the price is not able to get higher here. So again, we really need to be looking out what is happening. Let's pull out some fibs. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so here's what has happened here. Let's kind of go over what has happened. Why we are stalling out right now is because of this. There's two major fib levels that you always want to be aware of. One is the 618 Fibonacci, one is the 786 Fibonacci. They are two sisters. Okay? The first one, the 618 Fibonacci. Her name is 6Juanita, my high school crush. Now, when I was in high school, I had a big crush on a girl named 6Juanita. Why did I like her so much? It was because of her hair follicles and her pixelated nostril holes. Beautiful. Now, your boy Jason Casper, you know, I was a nerd, right? And I would help her. I would pretty much do all her homework for her. I would carry her books to class and stuff. I thought she liked me. Turns out she was just using me, right? Because I did stuff for her. So I was in the friend zone. And of course, when I asked her out on a date, what happened? Massive rejection. Massive rejection. And the reason why she rejected me isn't because she was that cold-hearted, but it's because she was very shallow. Her popular cheerleader friends were watching, and she couldn't say yes around them because she was too embarrassed. Her popular cheerleader friends, of course, the bearish divergences on market Cipher B. Okay? Now, 6Juanita has a sister named 786. Now, she is a tough cookie. Very tough. Okay? 6Juanita is not going to go out with you. Let me tell you. 786 not either, right? She has a beard. She could beat you up. She could beat up your dad. So, when the price has come up right here, we can see it has actually come up to the 786 level with the beard. What has happened? The long traders were opening up. They were like, 786, will you go out with me? Will we break this level? 786 was like, no way. Why? Because 786 was sitting up there actually absorbing these long trades, right? We could actually see this happening in real time. We see the whales up here that are absorbing the retail traders FOMOing long. And the way we can tell this, guys, this is a free tool, by the way, coinanalyze.net. Free tool, coinanalyze.net. This is showing us, this white line getting higher is telling us traders are longing. This blue stuff getting higher down here, this is showing us that new positions are opening. So we know new positions are opening, and they're opening up long. But price is not getting higher. Now, that's strange, right? It's like algebra. You know, we got to solve for X because the market is moved by orders. If there's more long orders than short orders, price goes up. If there's more short orders than long orders, price goes down. So if there's more long orders than short orders and price goes down, we have to solve for X. And X is that whale that's sitting up here with a limit short order. And every time somebody down here is entering long market order, it's just filling up this whale short order. So the price isn't getting higher because the money's just exchanging hands, right? It's just exchanging hands. It's staying in the same spot, right? It's going from one hand to another hand, and it's staying equal. And eventually this whale can overpower price and push it down. And that's exactly what we saw happen right here at the 786 fib level. When we are coming up to a key zone of resistance like the 786 level, this is the place to actually look for scalp trades like that because, and we've seen this happen before. This isn't hindsight, but we've seen this happen in real time. You know, when you come up to that level and you are getting these kind of absorptions here, you can scalp those levels and it gives you a very good entry. Because if you take, let's say, a short position and you're shorting exactly the 786, there's two options. You could either put your stop loss above the high, or you could have a really tight stop and say, look, my whole basis for entering this trade is the fact that I'm expecting a rejection from this exact level. What that allows you to do is have a very tight stop loss, put a lot on the trade if you get stopped out, you lose basically nothing. But, you know, if you, let's say you TP1 after like a 0.5% move, which is pretty nice for a scalp, you know, you're talking a pretty good move here. So 0.5% would be all the way back down to these lows. 0.25% move already. Now, this is actually not a bad scalp if you're trading with, you know, some capital. And especially because the risk is so low, you can put a lot on that trade without risking very much, right? So that's kind of what's happening here with the absorption. Let's come back to the exo chart where we can see what is actually happening like in real time here, because CoinLies can't tell you exactly what is happening, right? We can only infer, but this is actually showing me exactly how many longs are coming in, how many shorts are coming in. So right now I know, for example, that there's a total of 59,000 trades, and of those 59,000 trades, 3,000 of those, there's 3,000 more longs than shorts. So I know exactly like how many are coming in here. So we still see more longs coming in, very few though. I mean, volume is low. Let's see what's going to happen here. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? Volume is low. We're in a little slump. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? I've got a little bump. It's on my neck. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless all of you. We got about 1,200 people in here. Wow. God bless you all. Guys, FOMO into the like button. Jason Casper like button is going straight to the moon. No pullback. No pullback. All right, so shout out to Crypto Conan. Says DXY will hit 200 on the weekly. Wow. You think DXY is going to hit 200, man? That is a very bearish for crypto scenario. Wow, are you serious? Crypto Conan, are you serious, man? Nah. Are you talking about the 200? Oh, you're talking about the 200 moving average. You're talking about this. Oh my goodness, man. What a brain fart, Crypto Conan. My bad. You know what? Let me crack open a cold one here. I know I said I wouldn't drink these anymore, but life is hard, guys. You got sick kids. You got cryptocurrency keeping you up all night. Sometimes you need a black cherry Zevia. You know what I'm saying? Sugar-free. Sweetened with stevia extract. So it's kind of natural. 200 EMA on the weekly. All right, let's check out the 200 EMA on the weekly. Oh, wow. So that's a dump down. Okay, we're coming down a little bit lower. Yeah, I could totally see that happening as well. I mean, this is the 200 EMA. I don't know if you meant the regular moving average or the EMA, but I like EMAs. So let's see here. Yeah, this has been an important level for the dollar. I mean, historically. You know what else is very interesting about what's happening right now with the dollar? It's like if we zoom out here, let's do some high time frame analysis on the old Dixonator. The old Dixonator. If we zoom out on the Dixonator, guys, do you know where we're at right now? We're at the retest of the Fibonacci Golden Pocket from the high to the low, right? From basically 9/11 dump to the 2008 crash. And then we have come out and basically, here's the thing. And here's something that we need to be aware of, right? This whole move with the dollar could very well simply just be a bearish deviation above the range. And then we just come back in. And we could come down much lower, honestly. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but we do have to be aware of the fact that it's not too crazy to think that the dollar just comes back down to support. I mean, back last year, 2 years ago, the dollar was down here at 89 points. And we've been trading this range since 2014, from the low to the high, to the low, to the high, to the low. Now we kind of like came above the high. It's not too crazy to think we'd come back down here. And if you saw my video this morning, I know a lot of people think I'm a nut job for making that video where I'm getting kind of bullish on crypto and the stock market. Just based on like the technicals and the fundamentals. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the dollar gets moved back down to there. Now, something very interesting about the dollar, we know it is inversely correlated with crypto. And Bitcoin hit its bull market high right here. Bitcoin hit its bull market high right here. I consider the bull market top for Bitcoin to be April of 2021. I don't consider the November high to be a legitimate top of the bull cycle. I consider it to be a double top, a bearish double top. I don't consider that to be the top of the cycle. I know that doesn't quite make sense for people. But when we look at the bottom of the dollar, it bottomed out at the exact time that the bull market top came in for Bitcoin. And in my opinion, I think that we have bottomed out here on the Bitcoin chart. We could go into some technicals to talk about that. But I think we have bottomed out here. And, you know, it's also very interesting. Look at this, right? The, we can just go back in time and basically for the past few years, the dollar and the Bitcoin have been inversely correlated. Look at this. Guess what this was? This was the dump of March 2020 for the stock market and for crypto. It was the exact top for the dollar. This was the top of the bull market for crypto. It was the exact bottom for the dollar. You know, September 2022. Now, I understand what people are saying, like, we didn't bottom out on Bitcoin in September, but it's my hypothesis, and I still hold to it, based upon what other assets did, that if FTX had not happened, September would have been the actual bottom. That's just my hypothesis. I could be wrong about that. And again, a lot of this is speculative stuff, obviously, because we're dealing with like high time frames and multiple assets, and maybe we're trying to connect some pieces that don't actually go together, right? But when I'm trying to build like a macro scenario on what I think is going to happen in the long term, these are kinds of things that we have to think about, right? I'm also a short-term trader. That's the thing, guys, as well, right? So I'm in here scalping Bitcoin, and I'm actually didn't hit my take profit. We're actually starting to dump, right? Dang. Okay. Well, you know what I have to do now? I have to pull some fibs. This limit order is meant for just in case I need to enter a position quick. I'm not actually setting the limit order there. Let's pull some fibs. So I scalp Bitcoin on. I'm a day trader and all, but I'm a Bitcoin hodler. I have more Bitcoin on spot now than I've ever had in my life. So I am thinking about these things, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's a risk I'm willing to take, right? Not putting my family in danger or anything crazy like that. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a bummer here. I have a pretty crappy entry on this long. All right, if we start to lose these highs here, I'm gonna take a big chunk of the position out and maybe look to re-add if we come back down here. So let's see what's going to happen. What are we coming up to right now? All right, we've got our 382 right there. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. God bless all of you guys. In the name of Jesus, the Messiah, I pray everybody's blessed. Even if you're not religious, I still pray for you, right? I was not religious myself at one time, so I totally get it. Now I'm one of those crazy religious people. Wow, what a crazy thing. Let's see. Oh, and that's another point. If you're not religious at all, and you think religion is absolutely nuts, that's another reason for you to realize that this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy in the basement trading Bitcoin, and I'm wearing a shirt with a woman that has uneven butt cheeks on her butt, right? Let's see if we can see the uneven butt cheeks. There we go. Uneven butt cheeks. So definitely not a financial advisor, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm having a crazy day with my technology and stuff. We're bouncing off a KPAX support resistance level. Well, if we're bouncing from a KPAX level, then it's probably a good bounce. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm very excited and honored to say that beginning next week, the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we are going to be doing 3 daily updates per day. Every single day before New York opens, before Asia opens, before London opens, we're going to be having some amazing traders come in and basically walk you through exactly what has happened during the past few hours, what we're expecting to happen in the next few hours. And we're going to be doing that 3 times a day. And KPAX is one of the guys who's going to be doing it. KPAX, an amazing, amazing trader. You guys know if you're in the Casper Crew. Boyan, White Phoenix, and myself, we're going to be sharing the load in addition to the altcoin streams that we do, in addition to the swing trading Bitcoin streams that we do. A lot of value in that Casper Crew Discord, guys. Our goal is to be the most valuable community in the world. That is our goal. Let's see if we can do it. I think we can. I think we can. All right, well, unfortunately, guys. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. You know, I thought that my long trade was going to get stopped out here. I'm sorry, I thought that my short trade was going to get stopped out here. Still in multiple short trades. As you can see, still in multiple longs, multiple shorts, hedging my bets. You know, if anyone's new here, the way I trade, it's a little bit different, okay? I'm always counter trading myself. I'm always entering multiple positions. I'm always taking profit when I'm in profit and then moving the stop loss to the entry. So it guarantees a winning trade. And then whatever happens, happens. If we dump, we dump. If we pump, we pump. If I'm in multiple positions like that, I mean, for example, look at this one here. If we dump or if we pump, I'm literally long from the bottom of the sideways range, short from the top of the sideways range. Whatever happens here, I'm guaranteed to make a profit, right? And I've already locked in profits for both of the positions. So they're both already winning trades. And people always say, Jason, you're an idiot. You leave profit on the table. That's true. I leave profit on the table. But I'll tell you, I don't have the psychological fortitude to like say, all right, here is where I'm going to close the whole trade, right? I just don't. It's like a hack for my own psychology. I'd rather make slower gains more consistently than freaking out, double guessing myself. Should I close here? Should I not? Should I take profit? We're almost at my take profit. Should I hold it? Should I close it now? Or should I wait for another like 0.5% for my TP and then we never hit the dang TP? Like this long that I'm in right now, right? Look at this. We never hit my dang TP. Now we're dumping down, right? But I've already hit a little TP, stop loss to the entry. Big deal. So what? So I made a little profit. Now I wait for the next trade, right? That's how I do it, guys. That's how I do it. All right, maybe I should probably, all right, let's come up with a little plan here. I am gonna have to FOMO out of this trade a little bit here. I'm gonna close a little bit more of this here. We've got about $40,000 on the trade. Let's take out another 10K. Let's see if I can take out another 10K, or are we gonna just straight up dump? We're coming down to the 382 fib. Let's see if we can get a little bounce from this 382 fib to hit Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see here. We need to figure out what is happening. Oh, okay. Looks like we hit the take profit, guys. We just hit the take profit. Good old 382-ya. 382-ya is the nicer younger sister of 786-ya. No beard. Okay, so we hit that TP now. So let's see. What is going to happen? We know that we have our golden pocket right down here. Our 618 right here. We're bouncing from the 382. Support resistance flip right here. ByBit is actually lagging for me, guys. Support resistance flip right here. Let's see if we get a little bounce for Roni. Let's see what's happening live. Oh my goodness. Short City. 3.7 million shorts opening up into the VWAP. I didn't even know this was the VWAP because I wasn't paying attention. Man, don't ever short the VWAP. More shorts coming in. 3.9 million shorts. 18 million volume. We are going absolutely crazy right here. But you know what's even more crazy is this is still bearish CVD coming in right here. So this is like a battle. The bulls versus the bears right now. 3.7 million shorts coming in right here. 18 million traders opening up on the ByBit inverse perpetual USD pair. Cheese and crackers. My goodness. Wowzers. Gee Willikers. Gee Willikers. McGee. Oh my goodness. Okay. Things are starting to change now. We can see. Look at this. Open interest coming up, CVD coming down. These are shorts. These are shorts. These are not long jeans, guys. These are cargo shorts. Fred Durst style. 2001 new metal style cargo shorts. Straight up Mike Shinoda cargo shorts up in here. Big pockets. Big pockets. 2.8 million. So let's see what happens, guys, because yeah, the retail traders are FOMOing short. That's for sure, guys. That is for sure. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We got like 1,300 people in here. Only 600 likes. Wow. You know what that does to a man's self-esteem? Hurts me, like the time I got rejected by my crush, 6 Juanita. Right? Because she was too embarrassed to date me in front of her friends. Her cheerleader friends. With the uneven gluteus maximi. Alright, back to the order book here. Wow, that's a lot of shorts opening up at the VWAP, guys. Now, most of those shorts are actually above the VWAP. A few of them are under the VWAP. We have 1.6 million people who shorted under the VWAP. It's like that song, Under the VWAP. You know? You ever go to the beach with your crush when you were in high school and you hung out under the VWAP? No one could see you there. Very romantic under the VWAP. But here's the thing, you never want to short under there. Okay, so now we've got longs closing out of their positions. Longs, just like me, they're like, screw this, man. Let me take some dang profits here. Looks like we're not going to Pump City. Looks like we're not going to hit our $25,000 take profit on this one, guys. We were wrong. Okay, maybe we were getting a little too bullish, right? But now we've got longs closing out of their position here. That's what's happening, right? No new traders actually opening up here. We have massive amounts of traders opening up here. 19 million people stepping up into the market saying, I commit my capital. It's up for risk. Now, people are like, I don't know actually about that, right? Someone told me not to short under the VWAP. Well, let's see what happens because most of the shorts are still open, but all the longs are closed. So those under the VWAP shorters, they might be onto something. They might be. Let's check out our good friend Market Cipher B again. Let's go down to the 12-minute time frame and see what's happening on good old Market Cipher B. Well, we are printing a bearish trigger wave here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. We did see some pretty bearish CVD divergences at these highs, right? Again, remember what we saw. Remember? Remember what we saw here? We saw the whale absorbing the retail traders FOMOing long. We saw it happen. And look at how it's played out for us. You guys see how that works? It's very important stuff. Good tidbits. So make sure to like the video, because this is juicy info. This is some juicy stuff right here. Orange juice. Pineapple juice as well. Right? We saw the absorption coming in here. Right into the 786 Fibonacci. Would you believe that? Literally right into the 786 Fibonacci. We saw the retail FOMOing long as we came up into the 786 Fibonacci. Traders opening longs, new longs coming in all through this way. What happened? They came up to the 786. They asked her out. 786, yeah, will you go out with me? What do you think she said? She's not into you, bro. I don't even know if she's into bros. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. You know, 786 is one of those ambiguously gendered fat white college students majoring in trans-binary non-cis carbon emission studies. Right? So you don't know what she's into. You don't know what she's into. And that's okay, guys. It's the 90s, right? It's time to be a little bit more liberal in our thinking. Those old ways, not good. Not good. Shout out to RB Smith in the chat. Brother, may God bless you, bro. It's so good to see you here, man. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat, my fellow tractor borrower. I wonder what your real name is, J-Boy Bullish. I wonder if it's Jason. I wonder if we have the same name. Shout out to Mr. Moses86. Shout out to Jay-Z who says Dumb City. Shout out to Elham Weiss. Shout out to J Money in the chat. Matt Lane says no 25K without breaking 23.3K. Yeah, okay, so we are dumping down. Let's actually check out. We need to be aware now. I have to go to my real chart. What is happening? Yeah, so guys, you know, we do have a pretty interesting zone of support right down here at about $23.3 thousand. It's the monthly open. We have some single prints that will be filled down here at about $23.3 thousand. I'm going to set a little alert down here because honestly, it might be a good place to scalp a little long, right? I'm going to set a little alert down there. Just a smidge of an alert down yonder. A smidge of an alert down yonder. Sounds so proper. Alright, let's close out this limit order here because we don't want that to fill by accident, you know. That would be a Chris Bumstead. So we might bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket here, right? We might bounce from this fib. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But it's not looking as great, guys. You know, the long trade not looking as great. I'll tell you what is looking as great is the shorts now. Now I'm getting stoked on a dump. Right? Now I'm getting stoked on a dump here. And honestly, guys, a funny story about this short trade I'm in. I'm literally in double the position size that I should be in. I should be in the same position size on both exchanges, which initially was supposed to be 100,000 contracts. But you know what happened? My exchange didn't load. I clicked short once and it didn't work. So I clicked short again and it didn't work. And then I refreshed the exchange and I had entered into 2 shorts. So I'm just rolling with it. I'm just rolling with it, guys. You know how that happens? Where exchanges partially load. You think you're logged in and you're not, but you are. It's weird stuff, right? So we're dumping down. Let's see what happens with this short here. I mean, this long, right? I forget if I'm short. Am I short? Am I long? I don't know. It really depends, guys. It really depends. But whatever the case, as long as we are wearing our maximum absorbency and we have a plan in advance to take advantage of this volatility, it's all good in the hood. And by the way, if you do want to take advantage of the volatility, if you know what you're doing, 0% limit fees on ByBit, which is actually a good deal. Now, this $30,000 in rewards, bad deal. Bad deal. I don't know how much you have to deposit to get this. I think it's like 700 billion in crypto in order to actually get that reward. Bad deal. But you know what's a good deal? 0% limit fees, because then you can trade on the lower term time frames and you don't have to worry about the fees eating up your profits, right? So only if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to trade, you know, like I always say, your whole life will fall apart, right? You're going to get up in the middle of the night to pee. You're going to stub your toe and scream really loud. It's going to scare your wife. She's going to smack you in the face, which is going to make you pee on the floor. She's going to smack you in the face again. You're going to wake up your kid. Your kid's crying now. Your wife is crying. You peed on the floor. Get into an argument with your wife. Going to burn your tongue on a hot cup of coffee. You're not going to be able to taste anything for the rest of the week, which sucks because that night you're having your favorite food for dinner. So we're coming down to the golden pocket, guys, which honestly, let's be honest here, it is a nice support resistance flip, right? Buy low, sell high. Right? So let's zoom into a lower time frame. Let's see what we got rolling on here. Oof, that actually looks kind of bad on the 1 minute here. Looks actually pretty ugly on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the 6 minute. Let's take a look at the 1 hour, guys. Let's see how the 1 hour is kind of looking. Pretty dang not so bullish anymore, huh? But things can always change in an instant, guys. Things could always change in an instant. And as far as the range goes, we're still at the range high, right? We're clearly at the range high. Our buy low, sell high philosophy on the high term time frame is still in play here. On the low term time frame, you know, we're coming to the local low, but we're at the macro high. Local low, macro high. It's where we look for scalp longs and where we look to hold our shorts down to lower prices, right? So let's check out what's happening live. And shout out to everybody in the live stream, by the way. Wow! Oh my goodness. 12 million shorts. Shorting into a golden pocket? Sorry, guys. My inner chicken just came out. Can you believe that? 12 million shorts shorting into a golden pocket under the VWAP? It could work for them. It could. But, man, I would never do that. That's some risky business. You guys are risky business people. No risk, no reward, I guess. But, I mean, oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at this cumulative volume delta as well. Look at all these shorts coming in here, man. This is either going to dump us all the way down to Sheol or maybe even Tartarus. Or we're going to trap some shorts and go straight to Pump City. Man, I hope we go to Pump City. Bitcoin loves to play with people's hearts. Especially FOMO retail. But I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Oh, man. Now we're pumping. Did we ever hit that golden pocket? Did we hit that GP? Man, those shorts might have just ruined it for everybody who was shorting. Did we hit the 6 Juanita? Look at that, guys. 6 Juanita. To the dang dollar. We hit 6 Juanita. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Right? People say technical analysis doesn't work. Okay. Alright, whatever. So here's the thing. 6 Juanita, yes, she rejected you. Yes, you were in the friend zone. But because you're in the friend zone, she will be there to offer you support after she breaks your heart and rejects you, guys. Alright, so we're coming to the golden pocket. Can you believe this? How weird is it, guys? Let's just think about this a little metaphysically for a second here. Get a little woo-woo on you guys. How weird is it that 12 million people around the world, we don't know if they're individuals, everybody's just entering with $1. Everybody's just shorting with $1. 12 million traders entering with $1. But of course, this is only ByBit, right? This is happening on all exchanges. How weird is it that millions of people all decide to short at the same time? Literally 22 million volume in this candle. Higher volume than all these other candles. They decide to short at the exact bottom. And not only is it the exact bottom, but it's exactly the Fibonacci golden pocket. Why? You know, people are like, you know, we get bounces from levels because people know the levels exist. If those people who just FOMO shorted into the golden pocket knew it existed, they wouldn't have shorted there, right? If they knew this, they wouldn't short there. They're making the wrong decision at the same time, at a very specific level, which is the golden ratio, which the entire creation is like based on the golden ratio. Very strange stuff, guys. Very, very metaphysical, strange. Makes you wonder about like how much free will man has. Where collectively we all make emotional decisions to do the wrong thing all at the same time. Very interesting stuff, man. Very, very interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone in the chat, guys. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Make sure to like the video, guys. Wow, I can't believe we have 1,300 people in here, man. God bless all of you. TA is modern day magic. It is a very metaphysical thing because we're charting the emotions of millions of people all over the world speaking different languages in different continents, different countries, and different time zones. And it's even more weird when we're looking at macro markets like for example, like how crazy is this? This always boggles my mind when we're talking about golden pockets. How insane is this, right? Let's see if we can find it. All right, so the dollar hits a very key zone of resistance, the Fibonacci golden pocket, in June of 2001, right? June 2001. And then just a few months later, a world-changing event took place, which caused a very interesting economic situation to occur. It's like, you know, the old saying, show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. This is like predictive right here of like something crazy is about to happen. Would this dump have happened if September 11th had never happened? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just so weird because not only is it charting people's emotions, it's like charting geopolitical events and like wars and like Stuff like that. Very, very, very strange stuff, guys. Very strange stuff when you think about it too much. So I just don't think about it. I just go on living in my old stupid hillbilly self, you know, riding my tractors, planting my potatoes, raising my chickens, trying to live off grid and all that kind of stuff. So, Elon tweeted as a bear 2 hours ago. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Did he really? Elon tweeted as a bear. Why did I not pull that fib from the top? Because I pulled it from a lower high. We put in a lower high right here in September 1985. We put in a lower high right here. So, but nonetheless, it is a golden pocket, right? Let's see. We can go on the weekly time frame and see it better. Right here, right? This 1985 high. And if I'm not mistaken, if we pull it from the top, is that not the 786? Right? Don't mess with the 786 yet. Let's see. Or is it the 0.5? Yeah, it's the 0.5 to the dang dollar. 0.5 to the dang dollar from the top. From the lower high that we put in, 6 Juanita. That is just weird, guys, you know? I'm just saying. So we did get a little bounce from the golden pocket here. Look at that, guys. Bounce from the GP. Your boy FOMO'd out at the wrong time. Now, I'm glad I FOMO'd out, actually. I'm glad I FOMO'd out. Let's see what happens. This might be a dead cat bounce here. It might be a dead cat bounce. Let's check out the order flow chart. What is happening? So, we're failing right now to break above the VWAP. Guys, if we break above the VWAP, do you know what that means? That means 12 million shorts are going to be underwater, right? Remember we were saying under the VWAP? It might be nice when you're a teenager with your girlfriend at the beach. Go under the VWAP to eat an ice cream cone. Maybe hold hands. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, once you get older, you know, shorting under the VWAP could be dangerous, guys. Could be dangerous. You know, in high school, you can get away with a lot of stuff. You know? Because the American media invented this thing called a teenager. Adolescence, right? Didn't used to be like that. Back in the day, you were a kid, and then you were an adult, right? But now, because of marketing and all this, there's this new middle class called teenager and adolescence, where you basically get to do nothing for as long as you want until you're 30. Then you try and get your life together. But, yeah, it's fun in high school. But in the real world, guys, you could get wrecked doing that, you know? In high school, it's all good, right? Your parents are like, it's just kids being kids. They all do that. Yeah, they all do that. You know, shorting under the VWAP. But in real life, guys, it could be dangerous. Now, we're getting a blue candle back down here. Wicking to the downside. Wicca, wicca. Let's pop into the chat. Wow. Make sure to like the video, guys. Shout out to Paul. Who's going to take 6 Juanita out on a date. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Elon says, in turbulent economic times, be wary of using margin loans to buy stock. Okay, I mean, is that bearish about Bitcoin? I don't know if that's so bearish about Bitcoin. I don't know if that's bearish about Bitcoin. But, yeah, I would actually agree with that, right? Be careful using leverage, guys. You know? Shout out to Robert Vermouth. God bless you, bro. Robot says, I like that name, Robot. He says something about the local mini range. We're at the POC of the local mini range. Yeah, let's check it out. You know, I haven't really been doing very much TA here, have I? Just been talking about philosophical things while we're like waiting for price. Okay, yeah. So interesting. Yeah, so we're at actually a nice confluence here on the chart. This mini range, we're at the high volume node, the point of control, confluence with the local 6 Juanita. And we got to be careful with local 6 Juanitas as well, because those big time 6 Juanitas, you know what I'm saying, like the kind that make the dollar reject for 9/11, they are way out of our league. Of course they're not going to go out with us. But when we're talking about those local 6 Juanitas, those hometown girls, their options are very limited. They live in a small country town. You know, Jay Casper might be the only option available. She's got to make that decision. Am I going to be alone my whole life? Or do I want to have a family and just settle for less? You know? She has to weigh those things out. So there is a good chance that this 6 Juanita might actually go out on a date with us here. Right? Again, she will reject us and break our heart. She will be there for support. But maybe we'll be able to woo her. Right? Maybe she'll actually hear us out for who we are. She'll like our heart. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she'll stop trying to go after all those douchebag guys. Those Chads and Jerome Powells. You know? Maybe I won't be an incel for my whole life. You know? Maybe I will find love. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Now, again, guys, we do also have to be aware now that we do also have the 7860. If we lose this golden pocket, there's a good chance we could come down to the 7860 Fibonacci. Okay? There's also a good chance we could come down to the 7860 Fib. And get a bounce from there. And also, guys, let us not be unaware that the macro, like this we're talking about hometown 6 Juanita right here. Yeah, she might go out with us, right? She wants a family more than she wants to be alone, and she'll settle for a guy like Jay Casper, okay? But below that is another big-time 6 Juanita down here. And this one has a lot more confluence, right? She's definitely not going to date us because she has a lot of friends. She has a rows of single prints that will be filled down there. She has a naked daily point of control down there from yesterday or 2 days ago, I forget. She has the monthly open down there. She has the value area high of the larger range down there. She has a lot of friends down there. This is an important 6 resistance flip at this 6 Juanita. So if we start to lose hometown 6 Juanita and she starts a family with us and we have a few kids and we have a job that we hate, we're like a manager at like a chain restaurant, we come home, we're old, we're fat, we're 40, we're bald, we hate our life. You know, there's still hope for us that we might actually still get rejected from this 6 Juanita here. You know what I'm saying? So there is hope, guys. Lest we run out of hope. Yeah, Joe, it is monthly open. It's the monthly open. So let's see if we come back down to retest the monthly open, right? Guys, make sure to FOMO into the like button. We have 1,300 people here, only 800 likes. Let's see if we can get the likes up to the watchers. What is the best country to set your VPN when it comes to crypto? Okay. For me, India. India. And I'll tell you why. If you set your VPN to India, Indian advertisements on YouTube are the most hilarious, creative things you will ever see in your life. The most hilarious, creative things you'll ever see in your life. The advertisements. I have literally just, I have found ads that I have Googled after the fact to watch again. Because they are so funny and creative. I can't even believe it. I like have to show my wife. I'm like, Big Butts 28, you have to see this ad. I can't believe. Can you believe this? What was it? There was this crazy. There was one about like crypto investing. There was this other ad where like this guy and his mom like used to watch football together, and his mom was like drinking a lot. Like she ended up with kidney failure. I forget like. I forget what happened, man, but it is so funny. So make sure to set it to India and watch the ads when you're on YouTube. Don't use YouTube Premium. That's another thing. Don't use YouTube Premium. So yeah, that's the best country, I'll tell you. So shout out to all you Indians out there, because you guys are hilarious, man. You guys are way more funny than us. Let's see what's happening on the 3-minute. Oh, let's check out what's happening on this order flow chart here. Wow, okay, so interesting. We have still our 10 million shorts open here. They tried to long it, they tried to short it, they tried to long it. Now they're trying to short it. Volume's kind of low. Let's zoom into hyper X-ray vision here and see what is happening on the chart. We're gonna want to get a zoomed in look here. Okay. Nothing too crazy is actually happening here right now as far as getting a bounce or whatever. I'd say nothing too crazy is happening. So we're coming down. We're losing the golden pocket. Let's see what happens at the 7860. Again, I think if we lose the 7860, it will probably come down a lot lower here. We'll probably come down a lot lower here. But yeah, the 7860, let me remove all this crap actually. That's an old TP1 from an old trade I was in. The 7860 is down here at 23,619. Whoa. I just realized something, guys. I think I'm using music that is copywritten. Dang. Yeah, it's copyright, guys. Dang it. That sucks. I've been really trying not to get copyright strikes on my channel. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I've been trying to play it good for the YouTube algos, basically, guys. I've been trying to take my channel real serious. If you're an OG, you know we used to do sing-alongs and listen to Bon Jovi and all this stuff. But YouTube doesn't like that, right? And so they hide you from the algos because YouTube just wants you to make videos so that they can make money off of you. So if you're using copyright stuff, they can't make money off you. They don't share your videos. So now I'm taking my channel seriously. My goal is to get 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's see if we can do it, right? So make sure to subscribe and click the bell, guys. As we are dumping down to our 7860. Let's see what happens. Also, guys, I am going to be on Around the Blockchain in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So make sure to come check it out and give Jason Casper a +1 in the chat. All right, are we going to dump, guys, or are we going to pump? I still have $30,000 on the long trade, locked in a profit. My shorts, guys, are still open here. So, you know, I'm schlonging it as usual. In multiple short trades, in multiple long trades, short from the top, long from the bottom. That's how I roll. By the way, guys, this short setup was given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And like I said, starting next week, we are going to be doing 3 live streams a day, going over the price action step by step. So, oh, and also tomorrow, guys, is VIP games with multiple chances to win 500 USDT. We're going to be playing some really fun games, doing some degen stuff in there, guys. We're going to be 100x leverage trading for some cash prizes. Well, crypto prizes, I should say. It's going to be a good time, guys. The Casper Crew. Like I said, it's our goal to be the most valuable and the most fun and the most community-based trading Discord in the world. Patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, guys, 20% discount on all educational courses at JasonCasperTraining.com. In addition, ByBit is offering 0% limit fees. So if you want to take advantage of this volatility and you know what you're doing, 0% limit fees is actually a good deal, right? I'm not just trying to shill you, telling you to go long when we break out. If you use my affiliate link, don't use my affiliate link unless you know what you're doing and you want to take advantage of those 0% limit fees. Right? Okay, so we're coming back down to this this 6 Juanita here. And yeah, we're still short. We're still long. Let's see if this... I do have take profit set, by the way, on these shorts along the way down. I have TP set for the shorts and the longs, guys. That's, you know, it's already priced in. It's already priced in. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to Jeremy, who's only here because he has no idea. Well, cool, man. Stick around. Potentially, you'll learn this stuff. Potential long entry. What are we seeing here? Are we seeing any kind of bullish CVD forming? Perhaps locally. Let's see what happens here. You know, it is very interesting, guys, that not only did we hit the 618 to the dang dollar, but we also hit this old daily level to the exact dollar, which is very, very interesting here. Talk about confluence. When two things line up perfectly to make a beautiful baby like that. You know, are we getting bullish? Somebody in the chat says potential long entry. It's making me a little bit bullish. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what my man JP would say. JP, you feeling bullish, bro? How about them interest rates? How about them interest rates, JP? I would say that we are getting a slight... Now, this is not a divergence here. But nonetheless, on the 3-minute time frame, we are seeing slight, uneven butt cheek patternage going on right here, where we do have that skinny right cheek and that juicy left cheek here. It's not a divergence, but nonetheless, I do smell those cheeks. You guys smell those cheeks? I'm smelling those cheeks, baby. Smelling those dang cheeks. They smell good, too. Sorry, guys. Okay, you can't see the time frames right. Let me fix this now. There we go. There we go, yeah. Cool. Alright, let's see if we pump or dump, guys. And while we're waiting, I'm gonna go pee. So I'll be right back. You guys watch the chart for me. Make sure I don't get wrecked, okay? Oof, man. I'll tell you guys, I feel like a new man right now. I feel like a new man. Nothing like taking a nice pee to really reset your manhood, if you know what I'm saying. And I always pee outside. Always. I hate toilets. Shout out to Royal Fresh. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless all of you. Make sure to like the stream, guys. If we can get this up to 1,200 likes, we will get the likes up to the watchers. Alright, let's see if we can get a little pump going on here. Let's see, what is happening over here? We're underneath VWAP. VWAP is resistance. We do have some very, very slight bullish absorption that happened right over here. We can see some slight absorption right here of shorts opening up, right? Shorts opening here. Price getting higher. Open interest increase. So let's see if we can squeeze some of these shorts. Now remember, all the people who shorted under the VWAP, they are still open, guys. We have right now, let's see, like 2 million plus 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's not completely accurate. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 million shorts underneath this VWAP. And even more above the VWAP, slightly above the VWAP. Where did that massive short order come in? Let's go back to our 5-minute time frame here. I mean, right here we have, look at all these shorts. This is a little bit easier to see. So basically, right here, 3 million plus another 4 million. It's about 7 million shorts plus another 9 million that are all short from here. So if we start to reclaim this VWAP, man, we could squeeze those shorts, baby. We could absolutely squeeze those shorts. And we are starting to see some bullish absorption here. Just some. It's very slight. Like, it's very slight. I'm not saying it's going to happen. We're just here to watch and observe, right? We're just here to watch and observe. We're not here to make rash decisions. We're not here to trade real money. We're just here to look at the chart, right? Let's see what happens here. Money flow is increasing now in the 3-minute. Let's check out our good friend, the 12-minute time frame. Our good friend, the 12-minute time frame, might be printing a juicy trigger wave right here. Let's see if we can actually hit our TP at 25,000. No, well, 24,790 actually. Yeah. What the heck? Let's hit our TP. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Let's see. That would be an epic stream, right? That would be an epic stream if we could hit that TP. Let's go, Bitcoin. Three-minute potential bullish divergence. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. The beauty of his property is that he has a 6-acre bathroom. I'm the same way. I love peeing outside. I love just walking out with the fib hanging and everything. Just peeing wherever I want. You know, that's what true freedom is, in my opinion. Can I do TA on the dollar? I have been doing some TA on the dollar already in the stream. So basically, my thoughts on the dollar are as follows, right? Let's remove all this shenanigans. So the dollar, guys, is basically it's losing this very, very important low here, and potentially is now reclaiming that low. And the reason why this is so important is because if the dollar does get a retracement here, like it did when we took out this low, right? When we took out this low over here, what happened? The dollar got to move back to the upside, right? And when we took out this low right here, what happened? The dollar got to move to the upside. And that would give Bitcoin probably a bearish retracement. That's kind of what I'm looking at the dollar right now. We have lost key support, and now we're reclaiming it with the very... well, I shouldn't say very, but yeah, it's a bullish pattern. We got money flow and momentum coming up, giving us... we do have the uneven butt cheek pattern on market Cipher B on the dollar right now. So that could be bearish for Bitcoin. Also, guys, the S&P 500 finding right now resistance at this key CDW zone. And not only that, but we have also come up to reject perfectly from this daily level at 4201. You can see this daily order block over here from August 2022. It's very interesting that the S&P 500 right now is coming up to its August high, getting a rejection, a pretty intense rejection, I should say. And Bitcoin as well, coming up to its August high, getting a bit of a rejection when we zoom out on this higher time frame, because the S&P 500 and Bitcoin are correlated, but the dollar and Bitcoin are inversely correlated. So when the dollar is finding support and the S&P 500 is finding resistance, we would look for Bitcoin to get a move to the downside. So the Bitcoin coming up to the August high, and S&P 500 coming up to its August high, dollar coming down to take the low, and the low is not from August, by the way. I think it's from May. Yeah, it's from May. We've already taken out the August low on the dollar. The August low on the dollar was right here. And when we took that low, what happened? We got a little retracement. When we took this low, what happened? We got a little retracement. That's typically what happens when we grab liquidity. Positions get stopped out. There's an injection of liquidity into the market. It can make for a little bit of a reversal, right? That's how the short trade I'm in from right now, right? The short trade I'm in now was basically that, right? We had a whole bunch of positions get stopped out here at this high, right? When we came up to this high last night, and we came up to this high, right? What was going on there when we came up to it? Positions were getting stopped out, right? We're getting right now, the pullback that we've been getting from here isn't necessarily because a whole bunch of shorts are opening, not yet at least. The pullback we're getting here right now is because a whole bunch of traders got wrecked and stopped out of their positions. So when we come up to highs like that, what happened was a whole bunch of trades are closing out right here, right? No new longs coming in here. Look at all the shorts actually closing out right here, right? And not only that, a whole bunch of liquidations. Injects a whole bunch of liquidity into the market. We can get a little bit of a move to the downside because there's no more steam to continue in the upward direction. Now, I know it's the dollar index. It's a little bit different here. But the principle, it's the principle that is the same. You will eat the bugs. You will own nothing. You will be happy. All right, so we are seeing some further absorption here of shorts, potentially leading to what could be a short squeeze, but it's very locally, right? So it's nothing to like write home. I might send my mom a text, hey ma, maybe some local absorption, but I wouldn't take the time to write her a letter. Now we can clearly see right now, pretty much, remember what happened up here, guys. Remember what happened up here? We saw the whales absorbing the retail traders FOMOing short. We came up to the 786 Fibonacci, and she stared us right in the face with a very mean look. And what was happening was people were entering a whole bunch of long trades. We saw CVD getting higher, open interest increasing, people entering long, as we come up to a key level. Whales absorbing the longs to fill a big short order. Boom, price drops. Now, it's not as intense what's happening here, but now we have come down to a Fibonacci golden pocket. Okay? And there is the potential right now of the opposite thing happening. Why? Because we can see that from here to here, so far, now we really want to see it from here to here. This would be surefire, right? If we can do something like this, where price maintains making higher lows, and if this white line can actually come down lower than this, as we continue to see the open interest increase, then I think we're seeing all these shorts, all the people shorted under the boardwalk, getting absorbed potentially. So let's pull out some more local fibs here, and let's just see what's happening. Okay. Yeah, that would actually be great if we come down right into this zone here between the 6 Juanita and the 786ia. But even still, from here to here, we do see some absorption. Like from this low to this low, we do see it. So it's there, but it would be even better if we could come below this thing right here, because this is where a lot of those shorts open up. Look at this. Wow. Look at all the increase of open interest, the decrease in cumulative volume delta. Look at this wick right here. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You guys not see that? The bottom candlestick is not the same on Binance. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Binance, to be honest with you. Okay, so we're dumping down. We're coming to this golden pocket. Are we getting an increase of open interest? It's even hard to tell on this. Very slight. A few shorts opening. Like, it's nothing really too crazy here. Let's actually take a look at XO and just see difference in CVD here. So CVD, I mean, it's getting a little bit lower, right? 17 million to 15 million. There's 2 million. That's only 2 million being absorbed here. So that's nothing. Like, that is nothing. Like, it's a lot for, like, me, but it's nothing for, like, CryptoFace or any other trader that trades with multi-million-dollar positions. That could just be one guy. So let's see what happens here. CVD getting even lower here. If we don't make a lower low, this could be bullish. But I'm not saying that it's going to happen. We really have to really start to officially now make a pivot here. We are coming down to the Fibonacci golden pocket with some bullish looking absorption. And look at that, guys. Again, for these fib levels for you guys, look at how they are respected, right? The 6 Juanita. Again, the 618 Fibonacci level right here. Look at where we pivot. It ain't no coincidence. It's not looking too. It's not looking too bullish here. Red dot on the 1 hour. You know, sometimes all this CVD open interest stuff, just take a breather and look at the good old humps on market Cipher. Anchor, trigger, money flow coming down on the 1 hour. Not looking very, very bullish. How's our 12-minute, our good friend the 12-minute looking? Potential for a trigger wave to the upside. It's a little indecisive, right? It's a little bit indecisive here. Why the 24,790 level instead of the 25.2 chickens drinking water? Why did we reject there? I mean, I don't know. That's just where price ran out of steam last night. I mean, we just ran out of steam right there. Personally, I think if we're gonna come higher, we're gonna break that level, and I would probably think we would come to at least 25K, maybe even higher, maybe even 26.5, because there are some important zones of resistance above there. Okay. Look at this, guys. 6 Juanita for the win again. Our good crush from high school. Getting a move to the upside. And not only that, we are gapping up on the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute candle has opened, gap to the upside. Massive gap. Let's see what happens as we come up to this 1 minute order block here. Are we going to break the massive level of resistance? Let's see. Only time will tell, guys. But now that we've gotten a pivot here, I would say this is looking more bullish than it was a second ago, because we've started to pivot. So if we take out this high now, that's officially now flipping into bullish market structure. So maybe our long is not dead after all, guys. Let's see, is there any hope for us? Is there any hope? Are we going to hit our target of 24,270? 24,270. Please go to 26.5, says Mintron. I would like that. We do have a Fibonacci golden pocket up there, so that would be pretty dang nice, to be honest with you. Yeah, we do need to overcome the VWAP. Yes, we do. We need to overcome that WAP. Overcome the WAP. Dang, I have to be honest with you guys. It is a bummer that I ended up with copywritten music on the stream. Yeah, been trying to be real careful with that. So, I hope YouTube doesn't, like, tear me out of the algos. Because I've been very diligent with this. It's hard being a YouTuber, guys. I'll tell you, man. YouTube is a tough world. It's a tough world out there, man. And you new YouTubers out there, you know what I'm talking about. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We're so close. We're 20 likes away from 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can smash up the likes. Yeah, we are doing a giveaway, guys. We're doing a giveaway. It's already baked into the cake because of yesterday's stream. I had to head out early yesterday. How long will it take for Bitcoin to hit 26K? Oh, we can't know that. We can't know that. But it is the next level. It is the next zone of resistance. All right, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. This ain't looking so good, man. Let's see what happens. You know, again, we do see the absorption, but it's not by very much. It's by like 3 million. It's only 3 million shorts being absorbed. You know? And we have a lot more shorts than 3 million. Dang, are we going to dump now? This is how it ends, guys. Well, if we do dump from here, we are looking down to our next zone of support, the 23.3. I would say 23K to 23.3, where we have a Fibonacci golden pocket. We have the monthly open. We have single prints that will be filled. We have a naked point of control as well, right down there. Dang, guys. Still have $30,000 on the position here. Will let it get stopped out at the entry. Do not care at all. Already in a small profit. We'll take that profit gladly and wait for the next entry. Let's see what happens here. Yes, it could very well be leading CBD. Absolutely. It absolutely could be. Yep. Oh yeah, we get snow, and I hate snow. 1 minute gap filled, now to the moon. Shout out to JC. It's only Thursday. Yeah, so we might have like we might have a bearish weekend, guys. We really might end up with more of a bearish weekend today. You know? So we'll really have to wait and see what happens here. This 12-minute is looking less bullish as time goes on, to be honest with you. We need some curvature. Oof, the 6-minute not looking so great either. We do need some curvature here. Where's the curvature? Dr. Blocks. Shout out to Dr. Blocks being all jacked and buff. He says, call me crazy, but look at the past 3 hours versus the 3 hours before that. Looks pretty similar. Ended in a $400 pumper. I guess you're right, huh? Yeah, let's see what happens, Dr. Blocks, you know? One of these days, we're going to hit 25K on stream, guys. I've been trying to do this since Friday, and it's Thursday. So it's been 6 days of me streaming, waiting to hit $25,000. Okay, we're getting a little pumperoni. And, excuse me, guys. The thing is, you know, I still have TPs on this other Bitcoin long that I'm in down here. This is the one that's trying to hit 25K. And my swing trade from 16.3 is still trying to hit 25K. So, let's see. Let's see. Bitcoin short or long today help? You know, I can't tell you whether to short or long right now. Right at this moment, we can't know whether or not to short or long. This trade, I mean, I'm short and long, right? It depends on what you're looking to do. Like, are you looking to scalp? If you're looking to scalp, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. But there's a potential pump coming here. But there's also a potential dump coming here. So what I would tell to anybody who wants to know whether or not to long or short, I would recommend learn some technical analysis and come to a chart and make your own plans for your own entry, right? For your own entry. So, you know, that's what we do every single day in the Casper Crew Discord. We make our plans and we trade our plans. And if you have a planned trade, it's much easier. Then you don't have to sit there on YouTube and ask long or short. You're like, I have a plan to do this. It fits my strategy. It fits my risk management. I'm going to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Trading is a lot more than just knowing whether to long or short. It's a lot more than even knowing if price is going to go up or go down. I'd say it really comes down to three things: having a strategy, abiding by good risk management, and then just having the mental fortitude to actually stick to your strategy and your risk management. Because if you can do that, you at the very least are not going to lose money. You might lose money. You're not going to blow your account. You're not going to blow your account if you actually do that. But it does take some education. You can't just come to the charts and like throw money at stuff and expect to make money, especially if you have no plan. Like, I would say this to anybody who says, please help, should I long or should I short? Even if I gave you the right answer right now, there's a 50% chance I'll give you the right answer. Even if I said long and you long and it goes up, will you know where to get out? If you don't get out, it might go up. You might be in profit, and then you might be in a loss and close the trade in a loss anyway. So if you don't have a plan going into a trade, don't even trade, right? If you want to learn, check out the course, 20% discount, jasoncaspertrading.com. You can join the community where we have really good traders giving setups like the short trade that I'm currently in. It's not just me in there. We have a lot of excellent traders doing that. It's a great place to learn. It's not a signals group, but you will learn a lot of stuff there. It doesn't even have to be my crap. It could be anyone else's crap. Just learn some basic TA, learn a basic strategy, learn a basic risk management, and save yourself money by doing that, you know? That's what I would say. Mohammed Bilal says 400 pump on the way in 15 minutes. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's stick around for it, guys. Let's stick around for this pump here. Let's get this pump. Let's see if we can get a $400 pump. What would that bring us up to? That would bring us up to I guess around here. No, that would bring us around to around here. Yeah, maybe we can hit our target, guys. Maybe we can hit our target. Let's get it. This is looking a little bit nice for a pump here, right? We could look at this in two ways. A nice rounded bottom, very bullish. Clearly, we're making our way up. Clearly, we're finding support. Clearly, we're going to break out. Clearly, we're forming a cup and handle like this that's going to break out and just blast off to the stratosphere. But clearly, we're forming a bull flag right here that is clearly going to break to the downside. Clearly, it's a very bearish pattern right here. It's all very clear. It's becoming clear. The dollar slowly going up. Let's check out the dollar here. It is going up, guys, and that is bearish for Bitcoin as well. That is bearish for Bitcoin as well, but I would say this about the dollar is that money flow is coming down just a bit. We have a red dot, but yeah, the more the dollar keeps going up like this, guys, the more I'm expecting a pullback on Bitcoin. And also, the S&P 500 having rejected from this key zone of resistance right here is also kind of bearish for Bitcoin. I would say that this value area high is also a juicy level, and this golden pocket is also a juicy level here. But whenever the dollar is getting moved up and the S&P is getting moved down, that is definitely more bearish for Bitcoin in general. So right now, I am not like, I would be hesitant to long here if I wasn't already long here, just putting it that way. Like, the reason I longed here this morning is because we had a low, and we took the low, and then we reclaimed the low with bullish divergences, so I just went for it. But right now, I don't necessarily have anything to get me into a trade except maybe absorption of shorts here, but it's a little bit risky for me. I would prefer to wait for lower, to be honest. I would prefer to wait for a little bit lower come down and test the highs from yesterday. Test yesterday's highs. But we might not get that, right? That's the thing about trading. We can't, we don't always get what we want. We don't always get what we want. All right, we are getting a little bit of a move to the upside here, guys. We are getting a little bit of a move to the upside right now. And while we are getting this move, let me give away $500 while we're getting this move here. Yeah, we promised we would do a $500 giveaway, so we are going to do it. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to post a YouTube video in the chat. What I want you to do is comment on this YouTube video. I'm posting it in the YouTube chat, so come on over into the YouTube chat. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You have to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel in order to win. I'm going to post a YouTube video in the chat right here. Go to the YouTube video and comment your ERC20 USDT address. That's the Ethereum network. Okay? Go to this video, comment your ERC20 USDT address on this video. I'm posting it in the chat. You have to be a subscriber to the channel. We're going to do a random comment picker. I'm going to pull up your YouTube profile, make sure you're subscribed, and then I'm going to be giving away 500 USDT to you. As Bitcoin is getting this pump right here, let's see if I can actually make the 500 tether right now to give away. I would rather we dump than pump, to be honest with you guys. I would rather we dump than pump. Shout out to Overcome for the super chat. I would rather a dump than pump right now. I want to make some money on these shorts. On these shorts. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. If we're going to pump, that's fine. I would honestly like to dump. Okay, guys, we are going to be doing the giveaway. So I hope everybody commented. Make sure to comment. All right, let's see. I just want to make sure that you guys commented here. Oh yeah, people are commenting. People are commenting like crazy right now. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to pick a random comment with a random YouTube comment picker. I'm going to show it in a moment here. I'm going to make sure that you are subscribers. Filter duplicate users. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see who our winner is here. And here we go. Wait a second. This is old. Hang on. Hang on. Let me try this again here. Okay. All right. We have to pick another winner, because if it's a comment that's not about that. All right. J-Boy Bullish. That's crazy, bro. Wait a second. Let me see something here. Let me see something again here. I think there's a problem with this, guys. I just realized something. I have my YouTube set to filter all comments that are coming through. So it's only allowing people that comment a lot that I've whitelisted to come through. So I have to find a workaround for this. Why do people always think it's rigged? Yeah, bro, yeah, maybe I need to choose a different video. You're right. We'll have to spam some other video. That's a great idea. Okay. Great idea. Let's do that. Bitcoin's pumping, by the way. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, take two. We are going to be going to one of my backup channels that I use for making private videos. So I'm going to post this now in the chat. Okay? And do the same thing again. Take two, guys. Take two, take two, take two, take two, take two. Go ahead. I'm spamming my own chat. Go to this YouTube video. Okay? Go to this YouTube video and go ahead and comment your ERC20 USDT address. And then we will do a random comment picker on that video. There is no filter on these comments. So I just spammed the chat, guys. All right. While we're waiting, we will get back to this TA. Let's see what's happening right now. Locally, we have a few longs coming in. It's really nothing too crazy to write home about, I would say. Nothing too crazy to write home about. We're under VWAP. We had some slight absorption. We've gotten a little move to the upside. If we can reclaim VWAP, specifically, guys, if we can come above... Yeah, honestly, if we come above VWAP, we will have millions of shorts underneath the Volta. Under the Volta. So let's see if we can not get this pump up right here, guys. Let's see if we can not get this pump up right here. Whoa, as soon as I said that, we started to dump, guys. Again, what is this, bullish or bearish? We can't really tell, right? We can't really tell. Let's check out Market Cipher B one more time. Man, it is hard to say right now. But nonetheless, at least the 618 is contemplating dating us right now. Alright, this is more like it, guys. This is more like it. Alright, now let's do the random comment picker. Here we go, here we go. Alright, well, no address in this. Alright, the winner is JP. JP. Thank you so much, JP, for your participation in the giveaway. I'm going to be sending you right now 500 USDT. Congratulations, my friend. And may God bless you. I'm going to be doing it right now. So let's see if this pump is going to continue or not. All right. Bitcoin holding steady, going steady under the VWAP. All right, and it is officially sent, my friend. It is officially sent. Congratulations. You will be receiving your 500 USDT. And back to the charts. Bitcoin doing not much right now. It's been a very interesting move down that we've had during the stream. Let's see if we can get another interesting move up during this stream. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless you guys. Shout out to JP. Thank you, JP. Shout out to JP. God bless you, bro. Okay, so Joseph S says the bullish CVD continues to grow. So let's check it out real quick. Let's check out this bullish CVD continuing to grow. Wow, yes, the bullish CVD is continuing to grow. We can see shorts opening up here. So let's get back to our drawing of the whale. Wow, this is actually now starting to look a little bit more bullish here. Would you look at this? We can clearly see price is making higher lows. We can see that the CVD is getting lower, showing us that shorts are opening up. And we can see that open interest is increasing, showing us that new trades are opening. So this bull CVD does continue to grow. We're starting to get CVD lower than this initial low here. Let's see what happens here. This is looking a little bit more bullish, guys. As long as we are holding now this trend line, that is looking a little bit bullish to me. Let's see if we can get another pump. We're looking for a $400 move to the upside. So let's see what happens here. We have more shorts coming in right now. We take a look at the chart. We can see right now 1 million shorts coming in. 1 million shorts entering in. People are getting bearish right now. We had a lot of people shorting under the VWAP. We had 9.3 million shorts coming in right here. Yeah, we got some shorts coming in. 1.2 million shorts, guys, shorting down officially now. Excuse me, officially now. We can see the CVD is lower now than it was when we got these 9.8 million shorts. So this is a CVD divergence forming right here. Let's come back to our chart. And we do see the 12-minute time frame is starting to curve up a little bit right here. I would like to see this VWAP get a little bit less flaccid, a little bit more happy, a little bit more poignant, a little bit more flamboyant, a little bit more standpoint. And the 24 minutes looking kind of nice here. Let's see if we get this little push to the upside. Let's see if this absorption actually plays out, guys. You know, I still have 30K on the trade, baby. 30K on the trade, baby. Let's go. Let's pump this, baby. Let's pump this corn straight to the moon and back. Right through the ionosphere, right through the Van Allen radiation belts, right to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the moon. All right, let's see. Get ready for liftoff. Get ready for liftoff, guys. We're very nervous. We've never been to outer space before. Let's see. Do we have more shorts coming in? 1 million shorts entering right here. 1.6 million shorts under the water right now. They just shorted and price immediately went against them. Let's see what happens with this, guys. Let's see what happens. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And typically when New York market closes, power hour, we tend to get a little pump after market closes. Let's see what happens here, guys. I'm getting a little excited. I'm getting a little stoked. You know, if anybody doesn't know this, I'm actually on a stationary bike right now. It's how I get my cardio in, so that's why I'm moving. I'm pedaling fast, guys. Whew, I'm getting my cardio in, pedaling real fast. You know, let's pump this Bitcoin price. I feel like the faster I pedal, the more we'll pump this Bitcoin price, all right? 1.1 million shorts opened up, currently under the water a little bit. A little blue candle right here, nothing to write home about to my mom yet. Let's check out the dollar, guys. What is the Dixie doing? The Dixie's getting a little dumperoo. A little bit of the money flow coming down. A little bit of the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried action going on here on the dollar. Not really a bearish dip, but definitely some upside down Sam Bankman-Fried action. How is the ES getting a little pump, guys? Reclaiming the CDW level right now. Let's see if we can get another pump on the ES. Up to this nice thin blue line. Maybe we can get a little dump on the dollar. Down to some local supports. Maybe we have some hometown 6 Juanitas out there. If you know what I'm saying. Maybe we have some hometown 6 Juanitas to offer us some support. Bitcoin coming up, flirting with the VWAP. Just flirting with the VWAP. The VWAP's looking back at him like this. Just flirting with that VWAP. Flirting with JP, our man. How are them interest rates doing, JP? They're doing all right, Jason. Glad to hear it, JP. Yeah, I want to pump the Bitcoin for you, Jason, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome, JP. Me and JP have a little deal. You know, we have a little deal going on. He pays me in Federal Reserve debt notes. Hey there. Hello, hello, hello. All right, back to the Bitcoin price. We're getting the pump, guys. We're starting to get, the rocket ship is starting to launch off. Are we going to hit our take profit? Let's see. Shout out to Dread Mining in the chat. Doesn't it make sense to short here at the top of the range and all? Yeah, I mean, yeah, on a higher time frame for sure, Dread Mining. I mean, I am short from here. I am, so, but I'm also long. So let's see. I like, if we get another pump up, Dread Mining, I would look to short a rise, honestly. But I can't help but feel a little bit bullish, man. You know, we'll have to see what happens here. I'm always counter trading myself. You know how it is. You know how it is. Right now, I'm rooting for this long trade, but if we start to dump, I'll just flip on over to the short, you know. I do have to say, like, right now, this low that we put in looks kind of good. What I mean by that is this low, like, right here. It does look kind of good, right? I mean, we took out all the liquidity. And now we have put in a low, a high or low, bouncing off the 6 Juanita. Maybe we, you know, and now we're seeing shorts being absorbed here, and we're seeing more shorts entering. Now we're seeing longs entering. So now we just see about 1 million longs opening up. So 1 million shorts opening up, now 1 million longs opening up. Let's see if these longs can now overpower. Do I stream every day? Well, lately I've been streaming Monday through Friday, guys. Lately I've been streaming Monday through Friday around different times, but typically around 1 p.m. But tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming at 1 p.m. I'll probably stream a little bit earlier tomorrow. Dang, Dread Mining. I know how it is, bro. My wife complains about that as well. I spend more time with the Bitcoin than I do with her. It's convicting, you know? It's convicting. Today for the Bitcoin price, and yes! My cousin, actually. All right, well, you know, the open interest looks good. The open interest is looking bullish here. But I don't know. I don't know how this is looking here, guys. I do not know. When will the next giveaway be? I don't know. I always do sporadic giveaways, my friend. But if you join the Casper Crew VIP Discord every single month, multiple chances to win $500 prizes when we play games, and they're really fun games too. And you'll learn a whole bunch in the Discord as well. Yeah, the CME gap from 10K, yeah. Yep, it's there, guys, it's there. I don't know if Bitcoin will fill the 10K CME gap. It's possible. Anything's possible. I like, the thing is, how can I know, right? How can I know? The giveaway is over, Kunal. I'm sorry. The giveaway is already over. We already gave it away. All right, the 4-hour red dot showed up. Let's take a look here at the 4-hour red dot. Ooh. Yeah, wow. It's a red dot, but do you like the shape of that momentum wave? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you're into that kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely... So when we zoom out, this is bearish as heck, right? This is definitely bearish as heck. So... higher time frame, this is definitely super bearish. On a lower time frame, there's a chance that we might get another pump here. But definitely the higher time frames are saying more downside. But let's wait and see, right? We're waiting for our pump in 15 minutes. Guys, in the chat, would you buy this shirt right here? Dolores at the diner with her uneven butt cheeks. Would you guys buy this shirt? Let me know in the chat if you would buy this shirt. Because we're making some Jason Casper merch here. Let me know if you would buy this shirt. It comes with sleeves, but I take off the sleeves so I can show off, you know, like Dr. Blocks trying to show the jacked biceps and triceps and deltoids. You know what I'm saying? Do I like tomatoes? I'm from Germany. Thomas, I love tomatoes. I grow many tomatoes. I'm a homesteader, guys. I grow my own food. I raise my own animals. So yeah, I love tomatoes, man. I don't need seeds. I have seeds up to wazoo right now. All right. A lot of people would maybe buy it. Yes, buy it. 100% buy it. Chad says, nah, but it's cool. J-Boy Bullish says, yes, and without sleeves. Muhammad would buy it. Okay. Okay, Chad thought it should be a shirt. J Crypto would buy it. Crypto Kenny says no. Yes. Oh, Honda Man would only buy a shirt with 7860 on it. Maybe we'll have to go with 7860. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Yeah, people are buying it. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know. We Trend arms. Yeah. Oh yeah. All I do all day is I sit on this bike. I inject Trend into my arms only. All right, cool. We'll have to release them. If you shorted that 786 CBD div, it's definitely a great place to TP, partial TP. I would partial TP it. I would partial TP because there's a chance that we go to Dump City, Mike. And Mike, if you shorted that 786 up here, if you shorted this up here, there's a chance, bro, that like this could turn into a swing trade, right? This really could turn into a very big swing trade. So if I were in your position, I would lock in a profit and leave the rest open. But I can't give financial advice, right? Like if I were you, if you shorted that high up, I would basically do the same thing that I've done with my short that I took from a little bit higher up yesterday. I've taken some profit. I'm leaving the rest open because if we go to Dump City, man, I am ready to take those profits. Same with this short here. I've taken a profit. I'm holding the rest because we could really go to Dump City, man. We're not guaranteed to, but objectively speaking, we are at a high of the range. You know, like Dread Mining said, doesn't it make more sense to short here? It's like if we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, yes, it makes more sense to short because, I mean, we're literally coming up to the high of this range with bearish divergences on the higher time frames, like the daily and down. So there's a really good chance this could be a nice potential short. If you shorted that 786, we could be looking down to like, you know, a 7% move potentially, or even more, right? We might even be coming down to like lower than that. Like we might come down to like the mid 20s, right? If we are going to get a pullback, like a legitimate pullback, there's a chance we could do something like this, right? I would definitely hold on to that short if I were you. I'm not saying we're going to dump, but I'm saying I'm holding on to a short because I know there's a very real potential that we could do something like this. Right? There's a very real potential for that. So, you know, not financial advice. 12-hour CDW also incoming. Let's check out our 12-hour CDW. I mean, in my opinion, the 12-hour CDW already confirmed, man, in the last candle. And I would say we have a daily CDW coming up in 3 hours. If this daily candle closes below that last level, it is technically a daily CDW. But keep in mind, we've been getting daily CDWs in this entire range, right? We had one back here on the 25th of January, and that didn't really give us much downside. But yeah, eventually we're going to have to be getting a pullback eventually, you know? An aftermarket move during power hour, yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got about 10 minutes until that happens, guys. 10 minutes until 4 p.m. So maybe we'll catch that juicy move. 10 minutes until power hour. See if we finally break out of this range here, guys. What do you think? It's hard to say, right? Shout out to everybody in the live, man. God bless you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Powell hour. What do I mean by power hour? So a lot of times after New York market closes, TGL, we get a pump. Right, you'll notice like around 4 p.m. Eastern time, we tend to get like a little pump. Like for example, look what happened yesterday, right? Right around 16 o'clock, which was like 4 o'clock. That's where we really started to get that pump, right? Once New York market closed, and you could just go back in time and kind of look at that, and it is pretty interesting. So my time zones are all screwed up on this. Hang on. Yeah, my time zones are really screwed up on this, guys. Shout out to Solta Nigas, and I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. Can I look at YFI? Yeah, I could look at YFI. I can take a look at YFI. Thank you so much for the super chat. May God bless you. May Jesus bless you. Yeah, we'll take a little look at YFI, guys. ETH is also getting a little pump here. ETH in the same boat as Bitcoin right now. Getting a little pump, actually breaking the resistance. How's Bitcoin doing right now? Wow. Getting a little pumperoo, pumperanny. All right, we'll take a look at YFI for our super chat. I'll be honest, I have not traded YFI since the summer of 2020 on Binance Futures. That was when I was still able to trade on Binance Futures. Alright, so let's take a look at YFI here. How do I feel about this chart? Okay, I like this chart. I feel like clearly there's a lot of upward potential right here. I mean, if this is an altcoin that we're going to look to hodl, we have like 1,000% gains to be making. If it's going to come back to its all-time highs, there's definitely more upward potential than downward potential right now. We have put in a low, and we have put in a higher low. We have not found support on the Fibonacci golden pocket. I would say on the weekly time frame, major resistances that we have above us are going to be these. These are going to be major weekly resistances. Let's check out some daily resistances. We do have a daily order block right here. Whoops. And we have another one right here. This one has been hit. This one is not yet hit. Okay, so is this the May? This is May. Okay, I would be looking at this as a potential range here. Sideways range. This daily order block at $93 looks like a really nice potential zone of resistance where we can look for a pullback to then get into a long. So let's see something. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Fibonacci golden pocket lining up with the value area high, lining up with the daily order block right here at about 89 to 9. Like I would say the juiciest zone right here is around 9,150. I would say like this is like a rough plan, like how I would look to approach this right now. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Here's how I would approach this. And of course, this is highly speculative. But right now, if I was looking at just the daily time frame, I would want to come up to the daily order block, get a move down to the high volume node / golden pocket, and then look to long it from there. That is what I would wait for. If I was, and I'm not trading this coin right now, but we can see that the daily time frame is starting to form a bearish divergence. We have a massive amount of confluence right here at the $9,300 zone. If we come up to the $9,300 zone, we will look to get a pullback to around 6,700. And if that happens, then that would be my long entry, assuming that like the markets are still pumping, and it would be a very, very easy invalidation point, meaning like for me, you know, we could just put the stop loss below this last low. And we could honestly set our targets pretty high for this. Let's see something else here. I don't really like that. No, I don't like that. Okay, so that idea is not working. I just want to see if there's any other kind of confluence here that we can look at. Because, you know, a lot of these coins right now in these ranges, they are going to break out in the coming bull market. I know what you're all thinking, right? I know. You don't have to comment in it. Be surprised how many comments I get all the time. Jason, you drew that pattern wrong! You idiot! Look, I'm just speculating here, right? We're speculating. This is high-term time frame T8. I mean, this would be a setup that I personally would contemplate taking if I got bullish divergences as we came down to the Fibonacci golden pocket in 786. I would actually look to long this for a higher low. And I would even be looking at this as a potential cup and handle. And I know this is highly speculative, but we just have to like think about like the way markets move and where it's likely to get a rejection and stuff. And it is pretty likely to reject from that 9.3K area. And if we just take the target of this cup and handle breakout, that is taking us around to our point of, I'm sorry, not our point of control. That's taking us right up to this weekly order block right here at around 25,000. So this could actually be a really nice potential swing trade, honestly. This could be a very nice potential swing trade. Just throwing that out there. You know, this is an idea. We would want to see bullish divergences here. So the entry would be around 6666-ish. Like that would be our entry around. And I would want to see us get a move up to 93.43, reject down to the 6666 area. And then if we see bullish divergences, obviously I would scale out of the position. Major TP would be at the high, 13,000. TP2 at 17,000. TP3, or we could just hold it like, I don't know, this is like a spot position. If this was a spot position, I would be holding it for all-time highs. That's what I'm doing with all my altcoin spot positions that I'm accumulating at these lows. I mean, if you want to look at this as a spot position, right? I don't know anything about Wi-Fi. I'll be honest with you. I don't know anything about it. I think it has something to do with DeFi, right? Don't even know. Don't even really care, to be honest with you. But if we're just looking at this thing objectively here, right, as a spot position, and this is not financial advice, but this is the way I approach accumulating altcoins in bear markets. It's like, look, if we are going to hit new all-time highs, if you believe in this thing, that it has a future, that you think it's some kind of like cool coin that's going to like work a lot, and we do hit a new all-time high in the future, if you just accumulate at this price and below, and you scale out as we approach the previous all-time high, that's a 14-to-1 risk-reward ratio right there. And if we hit new all-time highs, you're talking potential here to make like, 1,500%. So this is not financial advice, but I can speak from experience. I have made a lot of money buying cheap altcoins randomly during bear markets, and then just setting limit orders along the way up in the exchange. Like I hold them on KuCoin, I hold them on Coinbase, I stock up. I've been buying Bitcoin, I've been buying altcoins like crazy at these prices, and I have limit orders just set where if things go my way at the end of this next potential bull market, I could make a lot of money if all my TPs get hit. Now, they might not all get hit, right? But that's why like the first TPs, you like guarantee your initial investment, and then you're just playing with the house money, and you have these moon bags, right? So that's my approach to it, right? But let's check out Bitcoin now, which is allegedly pumping. Okay, yeah, wow, Bitcoin's getting its pump back on, guys. Power Hour has officially begun. We are 2 minutes into Power Hour. Do you see how Power Hour gives us some kind of pump-a-mentals, baby, going on right now? Let's see. Oh, yeah, baby. Bitcoin getting a pump on. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to whoever also gave me a super chat in here. I know somebody else gave me a super chat. Shout out to Brock Landers. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brock Landers. May God bless you. May God bless you. Check ETH. All right, let's check out ETH. How's ETH doing? ETH is also pumping right now. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Man, J-Boy Bullish, bro. You're the man. J-Boy Bullish says, the value of this Discord has given way more than 500. Congrats, JP. God bless Jason. He's the man. You're the man, J-Boy Bullish. All right, ETH chart not loading too well. Oh, man. Whoa. How's ETH looking? Not the best, honestly. Let's see if we can get a little bit more upside here during Power Hour. How's Bitcoin looking now? Oof. Rejection. Rejection. Wow, 2.1 million longs coming in here into the... We're above VWAP now. Let's see if we hold VWAP. Man, that is not looking the most bullish candle in the world right there. Well, dang, guys. Well, dang. All right, there is some hope for ETH, guys. This is the ETH chart right now. Getting a little pump here, baby. Now, here's the thing, guys. I love all of you. May God bless you all. It is Power Hour. In about an hour, in 1 hour, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I will be on Around the Blockchain. Make sure to come check it out, guys. May God bless all of you in the name of Jesus the Messiah. Now, let me say this. As many of you know, I don't take myself seriously in any way, but I do take my walk with God, with the Lord, with Jesus very seriously, because that is what gives me purpose and hope in life. And I do pray that everybody watching and listening would be blessed in many ways, and that the Lord would reveal himself to each one of you in a very personal way. So may the Lord bless you. May he protect you. May he shine light upon you. May he have grace upon you. May he look towards you and give you wholeness and peace. In the name of Yeshua, Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Guys, I'm going to head out. I have to prepare for Around the Blockchain. But, may you guys be blessed. Shout out to Divine Hood for this bullish comment. Guys, I will see you all in the next stream. Peace.